Hi, welcome to my channel. We're going to be discussing Sister Wives Season 20, Episode 2. And definitely like and subscribe if you get a chance. And I'm Cammie, and I'm really happy that you're here today. All right, so in Episode 2, it begins with Mary, and she's at the speed dating place, which, I don't know, looks like some kind of cafeteria, some high school cafeteria. I don't know. I don't know how they do it either. But, you know, she's never done it before, and she's, you know, having fun, I guess. I don't know. She said she wants to try new things, so this is a new thing. Then it jumps to Kody. He's in Coyote Pass, and guess what he's doing? He's sawing on a tree. He's cutting a tree. He's got his new gloves on, and he is cutting down a tree, because that's all he ever does on Coyote Pass, and I guess that's the manly thing to do. I don't know. Kody wants to figure out Coyote Pass. It's been 2 years. Robyn can't let go of it, and she likes to walk out there. And he is, honest to God, taking steroids. That's just for, you know, entertainment purposes. But honestly, his eyes just dart around. Like, his eyes are darting around. It's like, what the heck is wrong with you, dude? But, you know, needless to say, Robyn cries. She can't move on. And she wants, does she want more money? Does she think that it's not fair? Well, I think, actually, that they don't do a very good job describing what's going on with Robyn. Okay? Robyn has a sentimental attachment to that land. She loves that land. She wants that land. The options that Kody is giving her is sell, or sell. You know, and she's waiting for the third option. She wants the option where she's, you know, well, we are going to buy out Janelle and Mary. Or, oh, well, we're going to keep one piece of land, or we're going to keep one slither of land, or we're going to keep this, or we're going to do that. And Kody's not giving her that option. So she's holding out. That's why she's holding out. She wants another option besides sell. And I think it's a hard decision, because she loves it, and she wants to build a house there. And I think that's the bottom line. I don't think it's any, you know, oh, she's hard to deal with and stuff. I think maybe she's hard to deal with because she really isn't getting an option that she likes. So, anyways, so Kody is, you know, Kody's crying because he's brokenhearted from Garrison passing and all the terrible things that happened while they lived in that house. And he just wants, he's so disappointed, and he doesn't want to look at it anymore, and you know, on and on and on. And then we're back to Mary, speed dating. And so there's like she wants a tall guy, basically, because Kody's not tall. So she wants a tall guy. There's some awkward guys. There's a couple awkward guys she talks to, and they don't really know how to carry on a conversation, or they're just kind of overwhelmed by it. They've never did it before, and it's just kind of odd to talk to somebody and try to think of something to say. I don't know. Then there's this young guy that she talks to, and she has a good time with the young kid. But he was a little too young for her. But she did have fun with him. And then Jenn sits there and she watches, which is kind of funny too. It's like she's like the mother hen. Oh, for not being Mormons anymore. I just thought it was, you know, kind of funny. Anyway, you know, she's like the chaperone, you know. But Ron has a nice smile. Ron comes and sits down. He has a nice smile. And is what, and I guess Jenn had talked to him prior to, before he started. He got there late, and Jenn talked to him first and said, hey, I'm not available, but but hey, you're on the list, so I like you. Anyway, back to Mackenzie and Tony. They're moving. Christine's brokenhearted. David and Christine are going to help them move. And I just think to myself, man, did David know what he was getting into? Did David know that he was going to be the dad that moves everybody? Can't Kody move somebody? You know, because he did move Mary. But he doesn't really have a lot to do with the kids that live in Flagstaff. Just like, you know, Gwendolyn got hit on her bicycle by a car and was in the hospital in the emergency room. And Janelle had to come over because, you know, Kody didn't answer the phone. So, that's the kind of thing that he's not really involved with the kids in Flagstaff, so I guess he wouldn't help them move. I don't know. But I wonder if David likes being the dad that moves everybody. Kody comments on how his family, the, outliers in his family, all the extended family, thought that they made polygamy look so easy, and he's just a failure. And then we're back to Tony. And Tony's just talking about chess. Chess. So, and Kody didn't come to see them. So they, McKelty invited them to come up. They said, hey, we're moving. Why don't you guys come up and see us? And they never, came up to see them. They never got together. And I mean, the first thing I thought was, well, maybe Kody has his conventions, or Kody is busy and he can't come up. But Robyn's not. And Robyn has 2 adult girls and an adult son that could ride with her. And they could, they could ride up for the weekend, or they could ride up for a day, or they could, it's not like she's going all by herself 10 hours or however many hours it is. And, stay overnight or stay a couple days and then go home, and see the grandkids, because they're so cute. And she made such a fuss over them when they were born, and then she hasn't seen them for like a year or 18 months or, and it's just, it's a little hard to, to believe her, to believe that she cares about any of those kids. It really is. It's really hard to believe that when somebody's going to move across the country, and like months in advance, and you can't make the effort to just go up for a couple of days, and I don't know. And like I said, Kody should have went too. Kody could have went. I think he's on his own schedule, but maybe not. And that's the end of that speech. So Isabel was there, and Truly was there, and Christine says that McKelty's exhausted from trying to be the go-between between taking Truly down from for the divorce. Do you know what I mean? Like taking her for visitation and stuff. She's just exhausted from it. Back to Mary. Ron is handsome, and he is handsome. He is a handsome man, and he has a house in Sarasota. So, hey, Ron, hi, here I am. Just a little south of you. Then they talk about love languages, and Mary's love language is touch, which is amusing. If somebody said to me, what's your love language? I'd be like, pizza. I don't know. Like take me out to eat. That's my love language. Yeah. How do I go diet? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. But obviously they're on the same page. Obviously that's like a Utah thing, and they're on the same page. They all read the same psychiatrist or something, or the self-help book, or whatever. Okay, so Jenn is giving Mary a hard time, which is what she does, which is what she does. And Jenn is saying, just give me that QR code. We're gonna fix you up with this guy. You're gonna, and let nature take its course. She's gonna. I like Jenn and Mary together. They're fun. They are fun. They really are. David just moved Janelle, and then he finds this little dog. Okay, so this is the morning they're leaving, and there's this cute little Yorkie. He wants it, and she's like, no. Well, then in a later post, and I can't remember if it was McKelty on Patreon, or I can't remember who it was, but said that the dog did make it home. The dog went to its house, So, but they. Christine's like, no, we're not taking that puppy with us. And then, they really have a funny report. He's like, polygamists eat dogs, stuff like that. And she's just like, oh, she doesn't know what to say to him. But that was that. And then it's back. Janelle and Mary are on a Zoom chat, and they're talking about the 4 pieces of the Coyote Pass, and they aren't getting any response from Kody, and Mary's going to get her lawyer involved, and that's probably what got it going. But anyway, Janelle does have to say something snarky about Kody's shy wife and everything. And it comes off snarky. It really comes off snarky. And she says she doesn't care. But she just wanted to let, Mary know that that's what he was saying. Kody does say that Mary's a nag. And, it's so funny. Anyway, I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that they said about that they don't like each other. I don't know. And she doesn't care. He's trying to get a reaction or something, and that this will be a nice parting gift, the 100,000 or 150,000, whatever they're gonna get. Janelle says we'll see, because she knows how Kody Brown works. She'll see. We'll see if we get anything. Truly, I don't know what was going on with Truly. I don't remember, but I don't know. There was something going on with the kids, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, David is on the road with Christine, and he's a tornado. He wants to be a tornado hunter. He wants that thrill. He thinks that's exciting. Dude. Anyway, Kody has pain and he wants to move, and Robyn is like, the pain is inside you. It'll follow you to the next house. They've been 5 years in that house and 14 years of struggle, and who knows. And they want to see, he wants to start over again, and they'll have room for the grandkids. But no room for Truly? I don't know. Because in the other house, in the McMansion, they don't have room for Truly. You know. So, Robyn says something about, well, I tell Kody to call his kids, you know. But Robyn could call the kids. I'm sure there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different people that are her stepchildren that she could call and just start talking to, just to start talking to. You know, I don't think that it's all on Kody. I think that she could take some steps. But well, that's the end of that sermon, because that ain't gonna happen. Anyway, so she doesn't want to see Coyote Pass get developed. So that's one of the reasons she's willing to move, because she doesn't want to see Coyote Pass get developed. And I can understand that. You know, she doesn't want... that was a dream that she was forced to give up. And, you know, it breaks her heart, you know. She doesn't... Kody thinks that if he gets a house that Robyn wants, then she'll move. Which is true, you know. So they start looking at houses, I guess. And, you know, whatever. Move, Kody, move. You know. Anyways, so there's bad weather in, you know, I don't know if they're in Oklahoma. It didn't really say. It looked really flat wherever they were at. It might have been Kansas. I don't know. But they have this map, like, you know, I don't know if it was, you know, on the tab or on a notebook, or it was on the screen of their truck. I don't know. Garmin, I don't know what they're using, but, you know, there was this map, and purple means tornadoes, and like the entire state was covered in purple. So then it showed, and that was Christine talking. So then it shows Tony and McKelty, and they see a tornado, and it's very scary, and they hear the alerts, and the hail starts hitting their car, or their truck, which is a very nice truck, and you can just hear it pounding. And, you know, they're trying to seek shelter. They don't know what to do. They're on the highway, and the windshield's starting to crack, and, you know, they're trying to remain calm so they don't scare the kids. And that's kind of really how it ends. And I don't think, you know, hopefully in the next episode they'll show more about it, but I don't think they really showed how scary that is. I mean, it's even dangerous to drive with, you know, the cracked windshield like that. You know, if there's several holes or craters in the windshield, it's, you know, that needs to be repaired, because they really should get it repaired the next day, because it could shatter on them when they're driving. You know, it'd take one little tiny stone to fly up from a truck or something and shatter the whole windshield on them. So yeah, they really should get that fixed. But, you know, so it was a okay episode. It was pretty good. And I hope you enjoyed my commentary on it. All right, talk to you later. Bye.